Before I can go any further on this custom water-cooled PC, I need to clean out my radiators as well as the new pump that I'm going to be using. So, well, old pump just almost cleaned out. So there's definitely going to be like blue fluid and black fluid and who knows what kind of stuff is going to come up. So basically, it's just going to be filling it with distilled water, letting it run for a little bit, flushing it out, adding more distilled water, emptying it out again, rinse and repeat until basically the fluid is just clear as distilled water. To power this system is going to be the Be Quiet Dark Power Pro 13. This is a 1600 watt 80 plus titanium power supply unit, the newest standard ATX 3.0, PCIe Gen 5.0, and it's got all the bells and whistles. So what we're going to do in order to power the pump though is get this. So we're going to use this. This is basically a jumper that's going to allow the PSU to think that it's plugged into a motherboard. So when we turn the PSU on, it'll power the pump and push the fluid through the radiators and obviously the pump itself and reservoir. And that'll allow me to see the quality of these radiators, the quality of the fluid, obviously, and then dump it out, fill it again, dump it out, fill it again, until, like I said before, the water is crystal clear. This thing is serious. Ooh. Honestly, this is probably some of the best packaging I've ever seen for a power supply unit. So you have your manual. We have our extremely thick cable. Like, look at that cable. It's like a face. Of course, all the zip ties and stuff that you may need. And all the cables. And look at the cables. They're already braided. I love that. And oh my, are there a lot of cables. But what we need is this. Ooh. This thing is a piece of beauty. Dark Power Pro 13. 1600 watts, 80 plus titanium power supply unit. And just look at all that. Look at it. Look at it. Honestly, that's a beautiful power supply unit right here. This is going in the new PC case that I'm reviewing, which is the Be Quiet Dark Base Pro 901. See my previous videos, it's got this slide out feature, very nice to build in, lots of room. And then this is a beast. This is the Dark Power Pro. It's 1600 watts, 80 plus titanium. Yeah, so this is no joke. It's going to be a nice system because I've delidded a 13900KS processor. Gonna have a 4090 in there. Yeah, just see the previous videos. But for this, I want to make sure that we're flushing this out. So I built kind of a temporary loop just to connect these two radiators together with this pump. The pump is being powered by the 1600 watt 80 plus titanium power supply unit. And now we're just going to start to fill this with distilled water. Now, this is something that I'm going to do over and over again, probably utilize about 4 gallons worth of distilled water total, just to make sure that this is fully flushed out. So it's going to take some time. I also do have plenty of paper towels readily available, just in case anything happens. And I always recommend that for your power supply, you keep it elevated compared to the other things on the table, because if there is a leak, you don't want this fluid getting into your power supply unit. So this is going to take a little while, as you can see, and I'm going to need more than this distilled water. So what I tend to do is I fill this up most of the way, and then I'm going to refill this bottle. Because this bottle is almost empty now. I strongly suggest you use a funnel to do this, but right now, I am the funnel. Just like that. And now in order to turn the power supply unit on, I actually have this kind of dummy thing on here so that it makes it think that it's actually plugged into a motherboard. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And hopefully, we'll see. Oh yeah. That's from a lot of the previous fluid. Instantly black, little bit of blue. And we want to dislodge a lot of that. So I'm going to let this run for, say, about 5 minutes. Drain it, because I have my drain valve right here. Nice and handy. It's just literally just turning a knob and all this fluid drains right out, because it's going to be at its lowest point in the entire loop. and then fill it again, rinse and repeat. And this will take, honestly, a couple hours altogether because I want to make sure that this is nice and thorough. I'm going to reposition the radiators a couple of times. And then when this is all clear, like this, distilled water, then it's ready to go into the system. And I'm also monitoring for any leaks. No leaks.